Um, Today I'm in Ashanti region in a town called Asante Bekwai, and I'm here to interview the biggest pig farmer around. So kindly follow me as I go into the interview. How are you doing?
How are you?
By the grace of God, I'm doing great. Please, what's the name of this town, please?
Shalariam is a town in the Bekwai municipality. Yeah, so it's not too far from the main Bekwai township, about, let's say, 10 minutes drive from Bekwai municipality.
Okay. I had a hint that you are the biggest pig farmer in this town. So we would like to know what triggered you, what motivated you to this pig farm.
Actually, I am aiming to be the biggest pig farmer in the town, but for now, I might not really be the biggest pig farmer in the
Also,
town.
the incoming pig farmer.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
yeah, and that has been my aim for this year.
Okay. Okay.
So talking about motivation, I was born and bred in Accra, specifically around the Ansumama area, where farming is not something you actually find around. But within me, this desire of farming has been within me since infancy, even though I was born at a place where farming wasn't common. But I've always had it within me. So after school, I did my national service around this place. After several years of looking for work and not really finding what I wanted to do, in 2020, I decided to, okay, fine, venture into pig farming. And it's been almost 4 years now.
Almost
I'll say
4 years.
almost 4 years. And I can tell you, I've never regretted coming into it.
So forgive me. Are you a Foga, please?
Not really. My mom is a Ghana, my dad is a Fanti. I was born and raised in Accra. So I am not very well known in my hometown. I'm more of a Ghana than a Fanti.
Wow. Because someone might think that maybe you saying you are a Ghan and moving from Accra to Kumasi to start a project. Some people they have their views as to why didn't you start this project in Accra rather than Kumasi or something like that.
Like I said, growing up in Accra, I grew out there, I went to school there, did everything there. But farming is not a common thing to find in Accra. And like I say, I was a business student. I did procurement at the university.
Also, you are a graduate.
Yeah, I'm graduate. So after service, I wrote several applications, went for several interviews. Actually, it wasn't easy finding a job. And even the jobs you find, sometimes the salary they throw you about. It only takes the intervention of God to survive on that. So after going through all this, in 2020 I decided to give it a shot because farming has always been something.
Have the
within me.
passion.
Yes,
So your project is been almost 4 years into pig farming.
yeah, almost
So I would like to ask you, is it a profitable business?
very profitable.
So can you give us a slight clue as to how profitable this business is? Or maybe like how much you make per year, or maybe when the pigs grow or something, when you make the sellouts, how much you make from this pig farm?
Okay, so I'll give you an idea of how it looks like. When you're able to invest into a pig for about 7 to 8 months, you get about 50% of what you invested into the pig. It's profit.
50%.
Yeah, about 50%.
That's a higher percentage.
Yeah, yeah. But it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of hard work.
And for the food aspect, then stuff, will it be deducted from the 50%?
Sure, like I'm saying. So let's use a figure. I'm not saying that is a real figure, but if I invest labor, food, and medication of, let's say, 1,000 cedis into a pig, and the pig grows up, and I'm able to sell the pig, probably I should be making about 50% or more of the investment from the sale of that pig.
This is a mega improvement. Kindly please use the camera to see some of the pigs, please. Viewers, here are some of the pigs, and I think these pigs are awesome. They grow amazingly. So, boss, please, what kind of food do you use to feed these pigs?
Sure. I feed them with real animal food. I buy rice bran, I buy maize, I buy soya bean, I buy concentrate. Yeah.
And the food aspect too, is it that costly?
Actually, some few years back, there was hike in food prices, but for now, prices are gradually coming down. the misconception about pig farming is people always say pigs eat everything. Because they think pigs eat everything, they give them anything they find on the out there.
Wow.
And when you feed your pigs like that, they are not going to grow. Wow. So you need to invest time, you need to invest money into them before you can make the profit I'm talking about. Wow. So I spend close to 5,000 cedis on about 30 pigs.
30 pigs.
In a month.
That's per the rearing aspect or a month.
In a month.
Of business, someone might ask, like, maybe I'm a graduate, I've finished my service, no money. So someone might ask, how much money did you start with this pig farming? Or how much piglings or pig did you start with it, please?
Okay, bro, let's be real with you. I started very small. Actually, I started with 3 pigs.
Just 3 pigs.
Just 3 pigs. Which costed me 2,000 cedis in 2020, October 2020.
Wow.
And it was money I got out of saving. I saved, and after that, I decided my story is a little bit funny but real.
Oh yeah, it will motivate a lot of people that are looking upon the government as well. So yeah.
Because a friend of mine was already into pig farming. And I went to that friend of mine and I told him, okay bro, let me buy these pigs for you and give you some small money to take care of them for me for 4 months. After 4 months, I'm coming for them. So I bought the pigs, and once I realized I bought the pigs and they are at the place, definitely I have to find any means of building a structure for them. So this whole structure you are looking at right now wasn't built like this from the beginning. I started with just 4 structures. So as time went on, as I started selling them, but by that 4 months time, by the 4 months I went for my pigs with my friend. They've already given birth. So I brought them here with their children. And after selling them, I decided to start expanding the restaurant. I'm still continuing with my expansion. So 3 years down the line, let's say if you have been here in 2020, I realized this place the size of this place has quadrupled.
Yeah,
because
it means it has been multiplied to a different standard.
Yeah.
So, in your view, you said you started with 3 pigs, right?
Yeah.
Roughly, can I know maybe you started with 2 females or a male, or maybe you started with 3 females, or maybe you had a male to, mate them? How did you come about it?
Actually, like I said, because of my friend really helped me from the beginning. So what I did was I bought 3 females and used these males to cross them.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you never bought any male. So rough estimate is about that 2,000. It covered that 3 females pigs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as to the buildings, as to where the pigs live, how did you manage to build this up?
Okay. So I was doing some small side work, and my wife, who is the teacher, also came in to help a bit. Wow. So as you can see, I was able to buy this land at a cheaper price as a them. So I had the land already, and this place is called Ariam. There's a lot of sand here. So there were stuff I didn't really have to invest in, especially sand blocks. I had a lot of sand here, so I was able to move some few blocks and started. But because of the vision I had, I wasn't scared. So I started small, and within a year or 2, I was able to complete this place.
Guys, we still have good women out there. Per our interview with this boss, he said his wife, in a way, motivated him, paid some of the fees, paid the buildings aspect, and you can see right now he has almost about plenty pigs that is making a lot of profit out of it. So I can boldly say we have good women out there. There are still good women out there that are helping their husbands and their boyfriends. So I will kindly encourage ladies watching to be good to their partners as well. So boss, my last question, maybe my last but not the least, what advice will you give to graduates that are staying at home, waiting upon the government on a good job, as to how you said you being a graduate and you knew that you have the passion for this, and right now you are making thousands, you are making millions out of this big farming. So what advice will you give to graduates that are waiting upon the government for a good college job?
This question is a little bit tricky, but I will find the best way to answer it. I completed university in 2011. It took me about 10 years of seriously looking for work.
10 solid years. Wow.
Yeah, and most of the works I had, the amount of money they were paying me. So after sitting down to do some few feasibility studies, I realized this would even pay about 5 times more than what I'm being offered. Wow. So my advice to the graduates out there is, look, we all can't work in the government sector. We all can't work in the government sector. So we should be able to take up initiatives. It is scary in the beginning, but trust me, when it's scary, that is when the reward becomes beautiful. So let's try our best. Venture into small business. Let's not start big. Because sometimes even if you have the means to start big, you might not have the experience and it will collapse along the way. So we can start small. Like I told you, I had to learn from my friend. I had to read books on it. And when I started, I didn't start big. I intentionally started with 3 so that I can learn a lot from them. So today, I might be having over 70 pigs, but I have built experience. So my advice to the youth out there, my advice to my colleagues out there is, we shouldn't always look at the government. Because sometimes even what they give us there is peanuts compared to what we will get if we are able to venture into our own businesses.
Wow, guys. This is an amazing story, and I know it might maybe encourage some graduates out there. So, boss, I would like to ask you another question. As to you saying, people in the government sector, maybe their pays and their money they be making, maybe it might be a peanut. Can you give us a slightly clue as to how much you make per your sales per month through this pig farm? Because right, you were saying you have almost about 70 pigs right now, right? So let's say, how much will maybe one pig, maybe if you take to the market, how much will it cost?
The good thing about pig farming is pigs are not negotiated on. Pigs are sold according to their weight. So you can see I have a scale here.
Yeah.
So a kilo of pork is 25 cedis.
25. Just a kilo.
Just a kilo.
Wow.
It's 25 cedis. So a pig of this size, which might weigh about 120 kg.
Wow.
Will
It's
cost,
very.
will cost you like 3,000 cedis.
So one pig will cost about 3,000 Ghana cedis.
Depending on their weight.
This is an estimate bigger than someone working in the government sector.
Like I said, yeah, you might say that.
Yeah.
So on the average, let's say pig farming is not like any other work that maybe you are paid at the end of the month. Every month I get this, every month I get. So let's say you can work for about 3 months without even getting anything. But after 3 months, when they are taken to the market, you can make about 6 months salary.
Wow. Out of that 3 months, maybe you didn't make anything out of it.
Yeah. So you normally share your profits according to the months. But there are months I go without money. But the months I sell them, I'm able to recover everything and sometimes even make future expenses out of it.
So, boss, per what you are saying, this business takes patience.
Oh yeah.
Because as how you are saying, maybe roughly maybe in an estimate of 3 months, it can be like maybe you can't make anything out of it. But when it comes like maybe the pig starts running and maybe they are growing and they are ready for the market, you can make more than 6 months salary out of that 3 months maybe you didn't get. So, per my views, without patience you can't enter. So you need patience, you need per whatever hard work. Because someone might ask maybe, what about maybe that 3 months, maybe if I'm not getting anything, like what will I do in terms of my renting, in terms of maybe what I'm going to eat? You know, someone might ask that question. So what thing can you even advise when people ask that question?
Like you're saying, without patience, without hard work, without passion, you can't do anything. You see, you will go 3 months without salary. And within that 3 months, you'll still be spending on them because you'll be buying food for them.
Okay.
But what will you have? After 3 months, you're able to make maybe your next 6 months salary. So it always pays to be patient in whatever you do. Like nobody is born today and the person start working today. Yes. Life is a process. So you have to wait for the timing, you have to be ready to go through hardship. Because without sacrificing, I don't know what can ever be achieved in this world without this kind of sacrifice. So yeah, that's the way it is. Sometimes I have a lot of money on me, but it is not for me. It's for the pigs. I'm supposed to feed them for the next 5 months or 4 months before they will be ready to be sold and for me to get my money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's good to look at what you will be getting after waiting than be thinking about what you'll be getting right now.
Thinking about the future.
Yeah.
This is an inspiration to so many guys that are watching out there. This is an inspiration. We are with the biggest pig farmer at Anriem in a town in Ashanti Bekwai. Kindly follow me as I show you almost about 70 pigs of this pig farmer in Anriem. Kindly follow me. The boss.